You've heard of the avocado wars. It's a conflict pitting organized crime against farmers, and it has a direct impact on the global supply of one of the world's most popular fruits. But what's really driving the violence in Mexico's avocado belt? The story is about more than just guacamole. It's about economics, security, and the safety of the people who bring this green gold to your table. Understanding this conflict is key to understanding why your avocado prices fluctuate and why the industry's future hangs in the balance. To understand how we got here, we have to go back to 1997. For most of the 20th century, the United States had a ban on Mexican avocados, citing concerns about agricultural pests. But with the North American Free Trade Agreement, or NAFTA, that ban was lifted. This single policy change unlocked a massive, hungry market just across the border. Almost overnight, American demand for avocados began to skyrocket. What was once a niche, seasonal fruit quickly became a year-round staple in U.S. households, fueling a multi-billion-dollar industry. The heart of this boom is the state of Michoacán. Its unique volcanic soil, ideal altitude, and perfect climate allow for year-round harvesting, a feat few other regions can match. As a result, Michoacán became a global powerhouse, producing roughly 4 out of every 5 avocados exported from Mexico. For decades, it was the only Mexican state authorized to ship to the U.S. However, in 2022, the neighboring state of Jalisco also gained approval to export to the United States, a strategic move aimed at diversifying the supply chain and reducing reliance on a single region. With immense profits came immense danger. As the industry boomed through the 2010s, its value did not go unnoticed by organized criminal groups. Cartels, like the Knights Templar and later the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, saw the avocado trade as a lucrative new revenue stream, second only to illicit drugs. They began to systematically infiltrate the supply chain. Their methods are ruthless and effective. It starts with extortion. Growers report being forced to pay protection fees, a tax on their harvest, simply for the right to operate without violence. These gangs also hijack fully loaded avocado trucks on the highways, stealing millions of dollars worth of product for resale on the black market. In the most extreme cases, they seize control of entire orchards and packing facilities, effectively becoming the illegal owners and operators. Farmers and workers who resist face threats, intimidation, and brutal violence. The human and economic impacts are devastating. The constant threat has forced some operations to shut down entirely or relocate, abandoning generations of work. The violence creates instability throughout the supply chain. Hijackings and roadblocks lead to interrupted shipments, causing costly delays and spoilage. This disruption creates price volatility that hurts everyone, from the small grower in Michoacán, who sees their profits vanish, to the consumer in another country, who faces unpredictable price spikes at the grocery store. The cost of doing business has also soared, with many producers now forced to pay for private security and higher insurance premiums. The conflict has seen several critical turning points. Around 2013, frustrated by a lack of government protection, communities in Michoacán formed their own self-defense groups, or autodefensas, to fight back against the cartels. By the late 2010s, reports of highway hijackings surged, causing international price shocks. Then, in February 2022, the situation escalated when a U.S. plant safety inspector received a threat. In response, the U.S. government issued a temporary suspension of all avocado imports from Michoacán. Though the ban was lifted within a week after new security protocols were agreed upon, it sent a clear signal about the severity of the risks. In response to the escalating crisis, Mexican authorities have implemented several measures. They've increased security operations with more patrols and raids in key growing regions. Checkpoints have been established on major highways to inspect cargo and deter hijackings. There's also a push for greater transparency through technology. Efforts are underway to certify conflict-free production zones and implement advanced traceability systems, using QR codes and barcodes to track avocados from the orchard to the export facility. This helps ensure that only legally sourced fruit enters the supply chain. The industry itself is also fighting back. Many larger producers and packing associations now hire private security firms to guard their facilities and escort truck convoys. They are increasingly adopting technology like GPS trackers on vehicles and deploying drones to monitor vast orchards for illegal activity. This coordination between government authorities, U.S. agencies, and private industry represents a multi-front effort to reclaim control. However, deep-rooted challenges like corruption, limited resources, and the sheer power of the cartels mean the fight is far from over. So, how is it going today? The situation remains complex and fluid. Global demand for avocados is stronger than ever, especially during peak times like the Super Bowl. The opening of Jalisco has provided a crucial alternative supply line, helping to stabilize shipments. Yet, the risks persist. Criminal groups continue to adapt their tactics, and violence still plagues certain hotspots within the avocado belt. Ongoing security operations aim to disrupt these networks. But it's a constant battle. The flow of avocados continues, but under a shadow of uncertainty. The bottom line is this: the avocado on your toast is not just an agricultural product. It sits at the intersection of a complex web of international trade, economic opportunity, and a deadly struggle for security and control. While progress has been made through government and industry action, the challenges are deeply entrenched. The future of Mexico's green gold depends on the ability to protect the people and the processes that bring it from the orchard to the world.